Well, hello there, everyone. It is Saturday, March the 12th, year 2022. There we go. Got my chair moved a little bit. Hopefully this finds y'all doing well. And remember, click the link below to subscribe to my course. And don't forget to buy my book. And don't forget to buy my merch. And visit my Patreon channel and donate if you want me to keep my channel. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's right. I am not almost every other YouTuber out there who has millions of subscribers. I'm not selling anything. Daggone it. I forgot who I was. So anyway, hopefully you like my channel. Okay, as I put in a comment, as I've said, this channel is struggling. Okay, I set high goals for myself. I'm not meeting my goals with this channel. So help me out. If you're not a subscriber, it's simple to subscribe. Yeah, click the subscribe button. If you don't have an account with YouTube, you sign up for an account. You already have accounts all over, right? What's the matter? Get a YouTube account. Click subscribe. Click the thumbs up to like. Comment below, etc., etc. So anyway, what you get from me here today is my take on the world. All right, because it sure seems like, from everything I read, we may be headed towards a global recession. Can't get my chair quite situated right. But a global recession. Why do I say that? I was a business major in college a long time ago. And business cycles, they're business cycles. They go up and down. You know, they're growing, they recede, there's a recession, there's cycles. That's normal. A business cycle is normal, even though the media can make a big deal about it and people might lose their jobs. So of course it's a big deal to them because it's a business cycle. Okay. What we have playing out now, we've already had a recession back when the pandemic hit. You know, everybody stopped working. It was a recession is 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. Okay. That's a definition of recession. And I'm not an economist, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a CPA, I'm not an attorney, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. Now, with what's going to play out, and I'm not predicting the future at all, the United States may or may not have a recession. If they do, it may be mild or it may be more severe. No one knows. But globally, it appears everything's lining up that globally there could be a larger recession playing out. And it all comes down to one thing. One person, Putin. He has decided to invade Ukraine. All right. The world is they're standing up against him, but they don't want a war. They don't want a military war. It's an economic war per se. The United States has put sanctions on Russia. European countries are starting to put sanctions on Russia. The United States has just announced they're going to stop buying Russian oil. Oh, you didn't know we used Russian oil. I invest in American oil companies. I invest in mineral rights acreage. I invest in oil drilling. There are a lot of natural resources in the United States of America. There are huge reserves of oil and natural gas. Yes, they are a finite resource. Yes, they will run out. Yes, they will become depleted over time, but not today, not next year. It takes time, okay? I support going green, but we can't just click our fingers and go green, okay? It takes time. So we need our oil. What we don't need is oil from the Middle East, and we don't need oil from Russia. However, the United States does not want to drill. They do not support drilling more to get the oil that we have. So by not buying in Russia, we don't get a lot of our oil. Something like 3%. Don't hold me to that. Something like 3% of our oil comes from Russia. But that will impact gas prices. Odds are, no matter where you live, you see gas prices going up. They may go higher. Okay. Now, with that being said, that alone would not necessarily put us into a recession. But if you look at recessions in the United States, higher energy costs preceded the majority or all of the recessions over the last 100 years or so. Okay. So, but going back to Russia doing this, Ukraine, from what I know, I'm not a Ukraine expert at all, They supply something like 85% of the wheat and the sunflower to a number of European countries. Okay? They're fighting in that country now. They're bombing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The farmers are not working in their fields. A lot of Ukrainians have fled the country. Okay? So there could be a food shortage because wheat, bread, all that kind of stuff. Sunflower, they use a lot of sunflower, I think, oil. If there's a shortage, what does that do? Prices go up. What have we had in this country for the past year or so? Inflation. The Fed will call it transitory. It's not transitory, it's inflation. It's here. It's not just going to... Transitory means it's fleeting, it's going to disappear. We just had the highest quarterly inflation since like 1982 or 81, 40 years. I was alive then. I can remember it somewhat. Okay? Inflation alone, inflation might be impacting you. It is impacting you, and no matter who you are, it impacts you. Unless you're wealthy. If you're really wealthy, it really doesn't bother you. If you're the average American, you pay more at the gas pump. You pay more in the grocery store. You pay more when you buy a pair of shoes. I just bought a pair of shoes yesterday. You pay more for everything, and eventually you wake up and be like, wait a second. I have not enough money left. My money's not lasting me till the end of the month. I'm running out by the 25th or whatever because I'm spending more. I'm going in debt. I can't pay my credit card bill or whatever it may be. That's inflation, all right? And a lot of folks don't quite realize, it takes a little bit sometimes. We got to wake up and realize, oh, if the price of gas costs more, maybe I need to drive less. Maybe I can't take that vacation this summer. And it's a spiral effect. We don't take that vacation in the summer because gas costs more. The hotel industry now has one less room they sell. The ticket you might have bought to go to some amusement park or a campground or wherever you were going does not sell that ticket. The hot dog on the boardwalk at some beach, it does not get sold. It's a spiral down effect. Okay? And it all started because one person wanted to invade Ukraine. There are sanctions being put on Russia right now, a lot of economic sanctions, okay? But then I read something this morning about folks who are much more knowledgeable about this than I am, are saying that Putin has a desire, and I'm not an expert on this at all, has a desire to become like North Korea, secluded from the world, isolated from the world. He doesn't want to be part of the global picture. He wants to isolate himself. Okay, that's fine. If he wants to do that, that's fine. But he also wants to take over Ukraine. I don't have relatives in Ukraine, I don't like that. Okay, Ukraine, people live there. You can't just take over a country. Not in 2022, right? But it's happening. Okay, but if he wants to isolate himself, there are a lot of American companies that are now shutting down their business operations in Russia. That's going to impact. If there's a technology company that is not profitable right now but has a high stock price and 5% of their business comes from Russia and now that 5% stops, is their high stock price going to maintain or is it going to come on down? So if this company comes down and this company starts dropping, what's that do to the stock market? It's that spiral down effect, okay? I'm not saying it's going to play out like this, but if this did happen, that's a recession, okay? The economy slows down, the average consumer buys less, travels less, stock prices now, stock companies are making less money, so the stock price goes down. As the stock price goes down, working Americans look at the 401ks and they used to have $500,000, now they have $350,000, and they're like, oh, they feel poor because there's less money in there, and if they had a brokerage account, they pull their money out. But then they might start worrying about their job. They might work in a job. Maybe they work for one of those tech companies, and the tech company announced they got to lay off 4,000 workers. Maybe they're one of those 4,000 workers. It's a spiral down effect, okay? But how will it play out in this country? I don't know. How will it play out in the world? I don't know. If we were in Ukraine, I'd say our future looks a little bleak. We have to do something, like leave, perhaps, to get a fresh start somewhere else. But odds are you and I are not in Ukraine. But it will still impact us. The trickle-down effect that became a term under Ronald Reagan. If you remember Ronald Reagan as president, trickle-down economics. It didn't work, even though a lot of folks say it did. The good stuff doesn't trickle down. The bad stuff trickles down, okay? It's just how it is. It's just how it is. So if you're an investor, because if you're watching this channel, you either are an investor or you want to become an investor, be aware the stock market may drop. It may drop substantially. I don't know. I can't say that for sure, but I have invested through minor recessions in the 90s, dot-com recession, 99 to 2001, 9/11 recession, Great Recession, 2008 through 10, little dips here and there. I've seen stocks drop a lot. I've seen stocks go up a lot. So we may see a drop coming. If you're younger, ride it out. That's what I did. You ride it out. Some of my best buys ever came in 2009 when I bought stocks that were beaten down, that were good companies that I knew were not going to go out of business, like Apple. Apple was one that I bought beaten down in 2009, and I just rode it back up. It took a while. It just takes time. You got to be patient. It takes time. How will it impact real estate? Because I talked about real estate a lot on this channel. That's a tough one because we have a housing shortage in the United States. There are not enough houses. But houses have really gone up in price just a lot. Even where I live at, especially, prices have gone up. Rents have gone up. Rents don't normally come back down. Not normally. Rents normally, if they go up, they may stagnate and just stay level, but they normally don't come back down. Real estate prices, when there are recessions, a lot of time housing prices will drop. But we have a housing shortage. And we still have Americans who are moving. But if a recession occurs, there will be less Americans moving. What will that do? If a recession deepens, I'll just give an example. Maybe mazske money gets tight. I got allergies or something. But money gets tight. Mazske says, oh no, I need to sell my house. And now, oh no, I'm selling my house at a loss. Oh no, let me call dad. And maybe mazske and the missus, we go live with dad. To cut costs, to cut expenses. Now, mazke's not planning on that. That's not going to happen. But it will happen to somebody, perhaps. Okay? Families will join together because one house is cheaper to maintain than 3 separate houses. Okay? That sort of thing. All right? So who knows exactly how this will play out? All right? Who knows how it'll play out? But it's fun to watch in a way, right? We're all part of this world. We can't stress about it. We can't worry about it. Turn off the evening news if it gets you down. But just enjoy yourself. Enjoy life. Do what you like within reason. Don't hurt others. Read a good book. Watch a good program on Netflix. Watch Mazke's YouTube channel. Don't forget to donate to his Patreon channel. Oh yeah, I don't have a Patreon channel. So anyway, it is what it is. It's getting long. I could talk more on this. Come join me. We'll have a conversation about this. I just don't want to make my videos too long just talking by myself, but I'd love to talk to someone else. I did talk to my father this morning about this a little bit. But anyway, it's getting to be lunchtime. I'm getting hungry. Hopefully I got to get a hold of Dom. Hopefully we can do a walkthrough of my burr house either today or tomorrow. But I will shoot him a message and check on that. So maybe you'll see a video later today or tomorrow with Dom telling me what the latest and greatest is on the burr house. So, all right, good enough. Y'all stay safe in whatever you do. Love life. Go for a swim if you have access to a pool. And Mazke is signing out.